Här på Cisco Live så är förstås säkerhet ett hett ämne och vi hörde tidigare i Keynote att automation är någonting som ska lösa de här frågeställningarna. Och här har vi Adam Philpott. Welcome to Voister.
Pleasure to be here, thank you.
Senior Director EMEAR Cybersecurity. So what would you say, what are we seeing in the industry today?
Yeah, sure. So firstly, security is about helping our clients manage risk, and risks are a natural thing when it comes to the benefits our clients are seeking. One of the key things our clients are doing is digitizing. They're using technology, regardless of industry, they're using technology to better serve their customers and better improve the way they operate internally. So those are the benefits they're pursuing. But with those benefits, there are risks, right? There are risks that come with digitization. And when you think about those risks, there are things like cloud. Organizations are using cloud technology to reach customers and improve process. What are the risks associated with that? Well, things like, what applications am I using? Can I trust those applications? What data am I storing on those cloud applications, for example? These are some of the risks. IoT is another good example of how companies are using technology to improve the way they do business. But again, there's risk. How many things are connecting? What are these things? Do I trust them? Do they carry malware, etc.? Again, risks that we need to help them manage. And then obviously there's the cyber threats themselves. Malware is significant, it's very, very sophisticated, and these are some of the risks that our clients face when they're trying to do business. So these are things that we need to help them with. I think the final thing I would say on that is if you look at the way organizations operate security today, it's very complicated. It's grown up over many years and they've added product after product after product. Very, very complicated. So we've got to a point where the old way of doing things is no longer working in this age of digitization and scale and pace. So we need to find a different way of helping our clients do business.
So when will customers actually see these benefits?
So customers are deploying that already today. I think the value that Cisco have is not only have we invested significantly in security, we've spent about $5 billion over the last 4 years in security, but in addition to that, because we've got the network infrastructure and the data center infrastructure, they can leverage that as a platform to drive that automation, to provide that intelligence as well. So a very, very nice play between what we offer in security, in the cloud and in analytics, also integrated into the network itself.
Yeah, and you had a launch today,
yes.
New firewalls. What's the difference between those firewalls and earlier?
Yeah, so a couple of things I think. So number one, what we've done is introduced a new firewall in the mid-range. So we've got very, very good high-end firewalls, but we've now added one in the mid-range. So it's a good price point for medium-sized organizations. It delivers a full stack of features. So not just firewalling, not just next-generation firewalling around application visibility and control, but also very, very advanced threat detection as well. And I think the important thing here is the firewall on its own will not secure a customer. Any vendor's firewall on its own will not secure a customer. Our firewall, though, is a really critical part of the security telemetry, but it also integrates across that stack. So whether you're using endpoint security, the role the firewall plays, all the way into the network and up into the cloud, fully integrated set of telemetry that we can use, again, to drive that automation that we spoke about.
So what would you say is the best way to protect yourself from ransomware?
Yeah, that's a good question. I think it's about, again, we talk about having an integrated architecture, an integrated approach to this, because when you think about how ransomware works, someone will get an email perhaps and they'll click on a link and that will then download the ransomware payload, or you'll be browsing the web and click on a URL or an advert and you'll get that ransomware payload delivered. So what we need to think about is, what is the payload and how can we understand where it's coming from and defend against that? How is it transported, i.e. how is it delivered, and how can we protect ourselves across those different threat vectors, whether it's from the web or whether it's over email. And even when that payload gets into the organization, if we couldn't protect you at those first 2 points because it's an unknown, it's a 0-day attack, when it starts to execute in the organization, what analytics do we have to understand that that is malware, that it's not behaving normally? So I think it's about having an integrated approach and using different elements of your security array to talk together to build up a picture and defend yourselves as quickly as we can prosecute that threat.
Okay. There is a lot of things to do.
Yes, there's one or two things to do, yes.
Yeah. Okay, thank you.
Thank you.